The Arts and Humanities Agency, a division of the Department of Chamorro Affairs, awarded Josefa Cruz Certeza, affectionately known as Ten Pai, the title of Master Suruhana. Governor Eddie Calvo, CAHA Board Chairperson Monica Guzman, President of the Department of Chamorro Affairs Joseph Artero Cameron, made the presentation to Ten Pai in front of family, friends, and dignitaries at her residence in Agate. Ten Pai's oldest granddaughter was on hand to witness this special occasion.
It was a lifelong dream of mine, but I'm sure it was with the other grandchildren as well. But it's a long overdue, actually. So it's a great sense of relief that finally the day has come. But the mere fact that she's still alive at 96 years old, which will be 96 next Tuesday, November 27th. So it's a monumental moment for us and the family.
Vera Lynn Sanchez says her grandmother has a passion for her skill and sees it as a gift from God.
I've just been amazed with her, and I knew in my heart that there was something that I had to do. And it wasn't just with family, always gathering and praising her and recognizing her. I thought if we went outside of the box and actually recognized her by the community, by the entire island, I think that would be perfect. So I'm very, very happy for the results that have taken place for Grandma. We waited almost 9-10 months, but it was worthwhile. So this is a big thing. This is a big thing for the family. We're a very small family, at least with Grandma and the 6 children and the grandchildren and the great-grand, but obviously she's really well known, and I'm really happy to be part of that. Her gift, her love, and how she loves the Lord too. So it's a good thing.
According to Cameron, the Guam Masters Award, created through Public Law 30-139, was established to recognize master practitioners of Guam's traditional and folk arts. Initially, the Masters program came about from a CAHA grant to artist Ron Castro that documented the life traditions of many of Guam's folk and traditional practitioners.
Many years ago, under the administration of the Gutierrez Bordallo, Debbie Bordallo, who is the executive director for CAHA, envisioned that masters of various artisan and traditions would be honored. As a matter of fact, the posters are all over the island. But the Guam legislature, under the leadership of B.J. Cruz, the Honorable Vice Speaker, he made it possible to make a law that would perpetuate this, where a selection of 4 masters at intervals would be honored as they are alive. And govna magopesti na okasyon sa taatista za spia empeño ni pro ma-recognisa sainan ni manahomlo. The Ten Pai is a good example of a master suruhana.
CAHA memorialized these individuals by bestowing them the title of Master in the tradition they excelled in through the production of A Tribute to the Masters of Chamorro Tradition, poster series, and a coffee table book entitled A Journey with the Masters of Chamorro Tradition. Since 1997, no other cultural practitioners have been presented the title of Master. Of the masters who were officially recognized, only a dozen of those living treasures remain with us today. Guam CAHA, other government agencies, and cultural nonprofit organizations have continued to perpetuate and promote the Chamorro culture and traditions.
Doctors in the United States and doctors in Asia will always tell the people of Guam, when what ails you cannot be worked out with our medicine, go to your suruhanu, which is the male, or the suruhana. And interestingly, and most miraculously, those medicinal herbs that are to be found within our terrestrial land have healed us as they did 4,000 years ago. It is of great pleasure to know that there are a select few suruhanu and suruhanas that are still alive today, who are passing down their generation this special art, and this healing art is more especially a great asset to our community still today in the 21st century.
In 2010, Guam CAHA's current board decided to resurrect the Masters program. The board realized its intrinsic value and that the transmission of these practices from generation to generation is imperative to ensure the preservation of our Chamorro traditions.
One of the things that required a master to be selected was the opportunity that particular nominee is truly creating a special class or a internship of a family member or significant other person in the community. And in fact, Tampait is doing that. So as far as Tampait is concerned, anybody who's around her is learning the healing arts of the suruhana.
The depository of the Chamorro heritage is in the minds of these cultural practitioners, whose bodies are the vehicles in which the knowledge and skills of that tradition are manifested and performed. The intent to reinstate the master's program was to give due recognition to those practitioners and safeguard, support the knowledge and skill related to the traditional artistry, the continued practice of the craft within the community. As a result, Public Law 30-139 was enacted in 2010. The award guarantees the continuity of our cultural traditions, leaving the children of Guahan a vested legacy.
Grandma has passed it on to my mother, who is the oldest of the 6 children. And because my mom is the oldest, I'm the oldest. So I think when I turn 60, I'm probably going to end up taking over after my mom. So right now my mom's been practicing this for about 9 years now.
Sanchez says that Tampait is a modest and humble woman, but is thankful for the acknowledgement and recognition.
Later on, she'll sit with me and cuddle up with me and probably cry and say thank you. And she always tells me, you know, do good, do good. So I do good and I do good for her. It's really in return for her than anything else.